So I thought I'd make a little video on how to make a djent patch with your Axefx. I've got my standard here. To be honest, there's not much to it other than a quick boost in the mids, the upper mids really. Seems to be quite popular these days, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Preference. Most of your tone's going to come from your hands anyway, and if you don't have it in your hands you're never going to get it with any amount of expensive gear. I just want to show off my Orange 2 1.2 that I got recently because I managed to trade. There's my screen. I managed to trade my Mesa for it. Anyway, here we go. So right now I've got a patch that I've saved with the whole thing loaded, and I've bypassed everything so I can go through it step by step. So we go into layout here. My finger here, layout. Bring it up. These are the chain of effects I've got all my shunt going all the way from start to output, so you get a nice. I can't really hear that. There, you can hear the tone there. That's just a bypass signal. So if you look here, I've got a compressor, drive, amp, cab, vol, parametric EQ. I'll do this in a different order. I'm not going to go like from start to finish. First off, what I do is I just hit my drive. I go in 808, overdrive, drive at pretty much 0. Tone I set quite high. That's 9.17. Level again past the 3/4 mark if you really want to emulate the output of the original 808. I know you had to crank that thing right to the 3/4 mark if you wanted to actually push and get the most out of that unit. If you go into page 2, I've not really changed anything there. Go into EQ. I actually have my mids cranked right up to 12 there. It's not necessary. It's all about flavor, taste. I mean, some of you guys have heard my recordings. I'm mainly doing this for you guys. So yeah, I've not actually tested this patch out properly in a recording yet. It was just one I've been working on for a while before the next batch of recordings. If I keep going, mids there, that's at 12. That's all the way up. And I've got a mid boost at around 1.4K. That tends to be the sort of snarly region. Can be overdone very easily. I should probably back this down actually, to be honest, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys can edit it to suit your own tastes. So that's the drive pedal, so we turn that on. You should hear something like this. Very muddy clean tone. Next, the amp. If I just bypass that, that's on now. Oh shit. Edit. Right, I've got the Faz Modern amp, which seems to be the most popular. It's my favourite to record with direct. I prefer to play with the Euro-Ooper when I'm playing through the cab. So yeah, drive, pretty low. Got my bass. Got my mids. Don't overdo the mids on this. You don't really need it, to be honest. I mean, after 6, it just used to start to get really muddy, low mids. And I'm a big fan of low mids, but they don't really sound as open direct with the Axefx. Anyway, next, treble. You know, slightly higher than the mids. Presence, I've got that cranked. Depth at 5. Dampness all the way up. For some reason that control just brings the life out of everything. Again, I like to have it cranked. Some of you might not. Experiment with it, but until recently I'd been running with it on stupidly low. I've turned it up and it made such a difference. Sag, that should actually probably be a bit lower. I tend to have it right close towards PA off because it gives a nice openness. You know, I'll demonstrate later, but if you crank this right up, you get a really compressed feel, and it just doesn't sound as open. It sounds kind of thin, to be honest. Master, crank it up, about the 7 mark. Any more than that, and you're gonna kind of overdo it. Really, that should kind of get your sweet spot. After that, I've not really edited anything in here. In fact, no, I've not at all. Same with mix. I've just turned my level down so that everything isn't clipping. Make sure you don't get a clipping signal. If you do, just adjust your amp level. Next, cab. Activate it. I'm using the 4x12 metal cab, which I think was the same cab was used in the Periphery album actually. Not a huge fan of that tone, but I thought I'd try and make it work for me somehow. It took a wee bit of EQing post. I don't really use the air controls, although they do make a slight difference where your presence is placed. Just got it in mono with one cab. I don't have a mic on it though. I don't like the voicing of any of the mics that are available for that cab. That's just me again. Mix 0, nothing's there. Volume, yeah, I have that volume pot. Let's just bring everything down in accordance with all my other levels. In fact, I've not even touched it here, so don't really even need it there. Parametric EQ, and this is the most important one. I'll just do a little demonstration clip to show you what it sounds like. And this is without the EQ. Just this simple sort of. Right, you're not going to be able to tell anything from the camera, but it actually sounds really dry and fuzzy and not very appealing without the EQ. Normally I don't post EQ until I get to the mixing stage, but you can do it on this unit, and it's actually pretty beneficial if you're wanting that kind of djenty sound. If we go into the EQ here, bypass it, so it's back on now, or unbypass it rather. Go to PEQ, edit. Now this is my EQ curve. Oh shit, that's not right. Well, okay, basically I've boosted the upper mids again within the EQ ever so slightly. Got my Q at 0.825, gain at 1.98, and the frequency again is at the 1.4 mark. I actually have got in another patch somewhere, let me see if I can find it quickly. Nope. God damn it. Two seconds. Nope. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. Basically, what I've done in another patch, I can't find it just now, but there's a lot of low midiness associated with this cab. Good in the good sense, like it's really open. But one problem I noticed is it just sounded really bloated when I was doing a test mix. So I actually, and I don't normally do this, I actually cut a little bit of the low mid out. Actually, no, there it is. It's in there. 484 Hertz. I just dipped it by about 2 decibels. That's quite a lot, but because I've not got the mic on the cab, it doesn't really sound as scooped as other tones would. Anyway, you want to hear the final overall product, so here we go. Another point I'll make as well, just before I go on to do some comparisons, is if you go into the noise gate, these are the settings I've got for my noise gate just now. Not super tight, but you don't want it ridiculously tight because then you'll start to cut transient and high ends and all that sort of gay. So here's the settings one by one. Sorry if I'm clicking the buttons too fast. Threshold, ratio, release, attack. Nothing changed here. Nothing changed here. And it just, you know, hovers over the rest of them. So now I can just piss around with that tone patch. Oh god. Here we go. So this is the patch I just dialed in there very quickly. So there you have it. Now I'll just quickly show again. This is with that. And this is with the parametric EQ off. This is with it on. Yuck. Much better. Sorry the rest of the bit, kind of simple. Just so I demonstrate that. So I hope you find that useful. And any more tone patches, ideas, any recommendations, give me a shout and I'll try and post some more useful information for you guys. Catch you later. Oh, and check out my band section if you haven't already. And my side project, Bye!